Welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us are determined to take this seriously, damn it. If this is your first time finding us, welcome. We are so glad you're here. If you're back for more of whatever this is, we appreciate you, and you are the real MVP. The sultry voice you're about to hear is our point person, our optimistic realist. She is known as Star.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
Then what?
Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
Sing your sink.
Yeah, or spray. One or the other. And the
Like spiders that kill other insects.
baritone. Well, spiders are arachnids, not insects, but the dulcet baritone belongs to our man in the middle, our voice of reason. We call him Magic.
Why flow if you're not invigorating?
Bars. And bring up the right, and bring up the rear as always. I, of course, identify as the pragmatic contrarian of our group, and I am known as Storm.
Oh, quiet storm. Blowing. Yeah, that was a quiet storm.
Right.
I haven't used any of these buttons for anything in a while. Just saying.
I'm sorry, I was out of town. Does anyone have any foreplay?
Where's the last episode?
I didn't post it, but in all fairness, somebody got it to me late.
Uh-oh.
Right. So why wouldn't you call on the day it was supposed to come out and be like, hey, you forgot to press send?
Because I don't be like trying to bother you like that. I figured life got in the way, and then you would send it to me.
Think about it to the next day anyway. This podcast ain't never came out when it's supposed to.
That is not true. I did think about it, but I didn't want to bother you.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
Or think of, either or. Hey, welcome back to the Threesome Podcast. You miss us? No? Okay.
Oh,
they were waiting with bated breath.
Somebody is grumpy. You're
or
grumpy.
Keeps it real. Yeah, whatever.
No, you're grumpy. Anyway. Foreplay.
I've been vegan and alcohol free for 2 weeks. Not vegan, vegetarian. Let me not talk that bullshit. But no meat so far. Take that, Pride Month.
That explains the grumpy. Aww.
Who the hell is grumpy?
You are.
I'm chilling.
You're a little grumpy.
I think you're projecting.
I'm not grumpy, but you're a little grumpy. I think you should, reflect.
A little nothing, but all right, whatever. If it makes you feel more comfortable.
Fine, you're a lot of grumpy.
A lot of things, but yeah,
Magic.
Side note, vegetarianism, overrated. Sobriety, overrated.
Okay. I don't know about vegetarian. I would probably be mostly vegetarian, or maybe even pescatarian, something along those lines, if it wasn't for my condition, where
Hunger?
They make me. No. No. I am iron deficient. I have iron deficiency anemia. So because of my iron deficiency, they don't recommend, because of the way my iron deficiency works, I should say that. Because yes, you can get iron from vegetables, but
pills?
no, my body doesn't hold on to iron the way other people's body does. And so they recommend that animal, what they call heme iron, they recommend that I keep that in my diet because it is easier for my body to hold on to than the kind of iron that you get from vegetables, if that makes sense.
Live long,
No, so
sister.
it's better.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm really not that much of a meat person. Like, I'll eat meat, like it doesn't, I'm not like, ooh, I can't eat meat. Like, I eat meat, but I mostly eat vegetables, anyway, if that makes sense. Yeah,
Balanced diets, people.
sure.
Well, congrats to you for sticking to it. So when is it over?
I have no idea. I never
Okay.
intended for it to be permanent, but I can't think of a reason to quit now. Depends on how this
Yeah.
podcast goes with the drinking part.
Um,
Is it helping? I mean, have you been monitoring like your blood pressure and your blood sugar and all that? Is it
I'm a
helping?
black man. I don't do all that shit. The
Yeah,
whole
that's why y'all
objective is
die.
to get it all together before I have to. There's far too many people in our age range dying of old people shit.
I agree.
I did a
I
few other
agree.
things in attempts to be a better person. Not that I felt I was a bad one, but yay, me. Blech.
uh-uh. Well, I
can,
applaud you.
can you add not being grumpy to that list?
No one seems to think I'm grumpy but you.
Okay.
I'm just smarmy.
Or nobody seems to want to tell you they think you're grumpy but me. But okay.
I have a light-skinned girlfriend from Brooklyn. Trust me, anything she can find wrong, she's gonna try to tell me.
Mm.
Apparently, I'm a chauvinist. I did not know that one, but okay.
A chauvinist. Oh,
That's
wow.
what I said. Nerve of these broads.
Yeah, not a chauvinist at all.
Yeah,
Thank
got it.
you.
Yeah, that was sarcasm. But
Right, says the person who just said broad.
yes.
Uh,
It's
that
because
didn't
there's
help
a
your case,
broad
by the way.
spectrum of women out here, and I don't want
Yeah.
anybody to not
Mm-hmm.
feel included.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Um,
Uh,
Also, in being a good person, friend zone chicks really hate when you treat them like just friends.
what is those?
Okay.
What they want you to try to hit on them so they can just say no? I don't understand
I
what's
don't know
going
if
on.
that applies to me so much, but you goofballs on the internet, if you see a chick that's naked or half naked all the time and brags about how she curbs dudes, why are you still in her inbox?
Trying to shoot your shot.
All right, we
Please,
got subjects?
right, write us. Tell us why do you keep trying?
Because I
Um.
know all of them failed, but I'm special. No, you're not.
Before before we move on to topics, R.I.P. to the actor, the great Bill Cobbs.
Right.
Um.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Nino Brown.
Right. I mean, he had a full life. He was 90 when he passed. So,
Good run.
shot. Yeah, great run. Uh, people out here not getting half of that. So, yeah, good for him. That, he made an impact. And if you don't know who he is, look him up. He's been in a ton of things. Like Magic said, he's the man that shot Nino Brown. To everybody's delight.
Snitch.
But yeah, he's been in a lot of shit. He's had a very prolific career. Let's see. So moving on to topics. I don't even know what to talk about first. Well, let's go light first. So,
Ooh.
ooh,
MC Lyte just did a Facebook concert for AARP last night, and Lyte still got it. Even her new joints. That shit was fabulous.
okay. The fact that you said MC Light and AARP just really upsets me on on
Oh,
on some
Right.
kind of on some kind of level because damn.
Listen, a lot of people didn't make it. Oh, rest in peace, TC.
TC.
Yeah, one of my friends from El Paso, but
Oh.
take care of your health, people.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Lighter note,
Um,
lighter note. This is Drury.
okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna bring something up.
No, I interrupted you. My bad. Disrespectful. I'm working on me.
Oh my goodness. So, did everybody get a chance to check out Bad Boys 4?
I did go see it.
Okay, so now that we've all seen it, can we do a review for the people?
Sure.
I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
Why you don't have anything to say?
Right.
Y'all know I tend to look at things from a different perspective than most. It was better than the last one.
That well,
As if.
I was going to say that. I was going to say, in my opinion, it was better than 3, which also I didn't think 3 was that bad. I mean, it was entertaining, but I thought 4 was a better movie than 3
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
Um, I thought the whole storyline with Martin, not Martin, what was his name? What's his name in the movie? I keep want to
Marcus.
call him Marcus. Thank you. The whole storyline with him being sick was quite believable because that dude looked terrible.
He
I,
looked like somebody stuck an air hose in his mouth.
Yeah.
you know, you know what he looked like. You remember that character he used to play on Martin, where, he was swollen and blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I was like, because at first I was like, "Ooh, it's a character," but no, that's just how he looks. But anyway, I hope he's doing well because he does not look well.
Yeah,
I
been through
think
some things.
he done, yeah, you know, alcohol, drugs, and stuff like that'll do to you, even if he's not doing it anymore. So, hopefully he is healthy and yeah. Um, Bad Boys 4. So, okay, I love me some Will Smith. So, but I'm also very honest about things, and I enjoyed Bad Boys 4. I will say I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would because
Me too.
though Bad Boys
Word.
3 wasn't terrible, it wasn't a terrible movie.
Right.
It could have been done better. Um yeah. Especially with the whole thing at the end with the witch and all that other shit. So anyway, um um my only critique for it is I know that oh boy the captain is like an integral, part of the franchise and how they had a little too much of him in there to be dead. Um I'm saying, one little video text message would have sufficed. Um, that would have been believable and been cool with that. I I don't know. I think I hope they wrap it up now. I hope this is it. They
Please.
can leave on a high note. And for
Here's
as
what
much
I
as I
think. I think they're not going to wrap it up. I think they're going to continue the franchise, but I think that they're not. I think they're going to continue it with the
Reggie?
cutie.
Reggie.
No, the cutie pie
Oh
cartel.
yeah, he is fine.
Yeah,
I don't
very
know.
much so.
Whatever.
Uh, I
Didn't
think
catch that
that
part.
that he's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
I'm here to let you know that man. Mm. But anyway, so yeah, I
Onions.
think they're going to continue. I think they're going to move the franchise on with him and maybe even with Reggie because I think they threw Reggie in there and didn't realize what a big hit that part of the movie was going to be.
Was
You know what I
going
mean?
to be.
Yeah,
Oh
because
no, Will
I
knew that beforehand. He's talked about it in interviews. And speaking of your
uh,
man Crush, it's real weird to hear him cuss naturally while talking now.
okay,
Yes.
but yeah, that Reggie part was very entertaining. Like that
Yeah.
was one of the best parts of the movie to me.
Yeah.
Um, the parts that annoyed me
The
slightly,
alligator.
that annoyed the shit out.
The alligator and the store. Like, okay, enough.
Yeah,
That nepotism.
the alligator part irritated the hell out of me because I'm like, okay, first of all, and apparently a lot of people don't know this, alligators are very good at jumping, so him hanging there was not going to save him from the alligator. I was just like,
Mhm.
yeah, that alligator could easily have jumped up there and got him. But
Mm.
when the alligator, well, I don't want to, okay, spoiler alert, anybody who hasn't seen the movie, please don't listen to this.
The 15
when,
second skip button, just tap it a few times.
yeah, because it's not going to be that long. When dude's arm was in the
Never heard that
alligator and
phrase. Anyway.
when the alligator bit dude's arm and he
Mhm.
still had an arm, I'm like, come on, come on.
No.
I'm like, that is not at all how alligators work, okay? Or their jaws. And,
Hey,
the
hey.
fact that his partner was able to pry the jaw open, I'm like, bullshit. Bullshit. But okay, other than that, and I understand that that scene was there for, cinema. It wasn't there to be realistic, but it did irritate me because, don't have people out here thinking they could just pry alligator jaws open. That's not at all how alligator
Yeah,
jaws
I'm
work.
pretty sure that's not one of those things that people are going to try at home. So,
Well, let's hope not. Because once an alligator has your limb in its mouth, first of all, it goes into a death roll. That's the first thing it does. And your limb is no longer attached to you. So there's that. But other than that, I was entertained by the movie. I really was. Um,
the
I'm
part on
not
the end
touching
of the
on action
airplane.
scenes and all the plot holes because that's just the thing for these types of movies. Good
it
shit.
was it was nice to see John Sally in the movie.
Another
Um,
black man getting
Boo!
killed.
what did you say, Boo?
Yeah, don't like John
Uh,
Sally.
well, I mean,
What's wrong with
he's not my
Spider?
favorite either, but I mean, I thought I always thought he did a good job in that franchise, as that character.
Sure.
So, I mean, yeah.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, other than that, yeah, I thought it was a very entertaining movie. I thought it did a lot better at the box office than I think they anticipated it doing. And when that happens, they can't let it
People miss
go.
the movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, when that happens, they
Yeah.
can't let it go, which is why I think they're going to continue the franchise in some way. I don't think that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence will be like in it. I think they're going to continue the franchise with son with the son some kind of way.
Maybe the
And
son of Reggie.
maybe I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I figure they're going to find a way to continue the franchise. But I think the old men are pretty much done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leaving out inclusion. The captain's daughter has to be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I mean I think she did her part. I think I think she did her part in this.
I'm mad they switched out old girl for
Yeah, Mike,
Oh, the
Marcus's
wife.
yeah.
wife. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Me
like, she
too. I kept
gonna come
looking.
back for one more.
Right. Well, maybe she was busy doing. I don't know. I haven't seen her in anything in a while, but maybe she was. Maybe there's a reason. I
I
mean,
thought I read
who knows?
somewhere she was having health problems or something, but I'm not sure
And
about it. There was a
and that
reason
could have.
she
Mm,
wasn't in it.
Yeah, that could have been it. And but if that's the case, I hope she's doing well.
It's been 30 years. Wrap it up. Speaking on
Right.
wrap it up, why the fuck is another Beverly Hills Cop coming out?
Shut up. Is
soon.
it?
Yeah, I
July
worked on it.
3rd.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, yes it is.
I did stills for it while it was here.
Wow. That's deep.
Last year. Mm,
That's
Yeah.
sad. I'm gonna
Uh,
watch it, but that's sad.
That's what, like number 5 for Beverly Hills Cop?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think I thought they were done at 4, but
It should have been done at 3.
right. Well, yeah.
Is 3 the one where they were at the amusement park?
I don't even remember at this point, to tell you the
Yeah,
truth.
me
It's been
neither.
so long.
2 is with what's the name? Running Guns. The first one is the first one. What's the fourth one?
I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like there was a 4 because I feel like didn't they go to like I don't know. In my head, I feel like they went to Detroit or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. Beverly Hills Cop was so long. All of them were
Mhm.
so long ago. I don't remember any of them. I would honestly
I don't
have to
know. I
rewatch
googled it. The
them.
one coming out is the fourth one.
Oh, okay. I would honestly have to rewatch them just to be brought back up to speed. Honestly.
Nah, I remember all those pretty vividly, but I watched them all a lot.
Yeah. I think I watched the first one maybe 2 or 3 times, but the second and third one,
Question your
not.
blackness. You falling for the man in the
Also,
tailpipe.
it was so long ago that I think I'm getting them confused with what was the Danny Glover one?
Lethal
Oh
Weapon?
yeah, I'm too old for this shit.
Lethal Weapon.
It
Yeah.
was
Lethal
4 Lethal
Weapon.
Weapons.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm getting them confused because yeah, I don't know. But anyway, those were a long time ago. Like I'm
But
talking
MC Lyte for
decades.
AARP makes you feel old.
Uh-uh.
No, MC Light for AARP just puts it in my face. Whereas Beverly Hills Cop was so long ago, I don't think about how long ago that was because I don't think about Beverly Hills Cop. But
Blasphemy.
I
Poor
mean,
Beverly Hills Cop.
well,
Cinematic
whatever.
greatness 3 times.
If you say so.
I got a paycheck out of him, so I ain't got nothing to say.
There you go.
Loving it.
uh,
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
Be funny
Topic
if they
number
well,
two.
I was gonna say it'd be funny if they shot it in Beverly Hills, like Beverly Hills, Michigan, but never mind.
there's nothing in Beverly Hills, Michigan.
Well, there's some neighborhoods, some nice houses,
That'd be a funny plot twist.
right? Not far from me, but okay. So y'all been watching the draft?
Nope, but I heard.
Yeah, I
Who
haven't been watching it either.
I
Um,
heard the big news.
yeah,
I'm going
so
to
the
watch the Big Three
Lakers.
tomorrow because I like basketball.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
I'll be probably watching the WNBA because my cousin. But so the Lakers have, as expected, drafted Bronny James.
Gonna go great on some G League bench.
Okay. I mean, you
LeBron
would
was
think
walking
they
around
would.
talking shit to his teammates last year. Like, I'd be better off playing with Bronny than y'all. We about to find out.
Yeah. I. But it made me think of like a broader discussion about nepotism because nobody believes that the Lakers would have drafted Bronny if it weren't for LeBron, right? I mean, we can
Of
all agree
course.
there, right? Yeah, that
Mhm.
that was why the Lakers drafted him. Um, him having not played like a single game of college basketball, which, by the way,
He
is
played
not
some. He didn't play much.
I said college.
Yeah. He didn't start the season. He came in for a few games.
Okay, but like I was gonna say, it's not unprecedented. It's not unprecedented at all. It's happened, and there have been people who have never played college basketball and been great in the league. While we're talking about LeBron James, there you go. Okay, um, who else? Kevin Garnett, I believe.
Kobe?
Kobe. Yeah.
Moses
Oh,
Malone? How far are we going back?
Sean Kemp. I mean, there's a lot of people got in the
Sean
league,
Kemp
never
should have
played
took his
college.
ass to college. But yes, he had a great first few
Sean Kemp,
years.
Sean Kemp had no business in fucking college, but that's another discussion. And this having nothing to do with basketball. Okay, but that's another discussion. Um, but yeah, so shout out to Bronny. But okay, so the Supreme Court recently has said that, well, not recently, not so recently, has said that college admissions, they can't consider race in college admissions. I think
Affirmative action.
that's, yeah, well, they struck down affirmative action for college admissions and
Mhm.
basically anything else. But I feel like if they're going to do that, there needs to be somebody who brings a lawsuit in front of the Supreme Court about nepotism. Because there are a lot of people who get into college based on who their parents are and having nothing to do with their own achievements. Um,
Mhm.
They're fine with that.
and then
Yeah,
they
they're
become
cool with that.
president.
They don't. They
Well,
just don't. They don't want us darkies having all the opportunities.
but I'm saying if you're going to be upset about that bullshit because some of those people don't have any business on a college campus. and
Uh,
Okay.
and definitely not taking up spots, in on elite college campuses. Um, but
All of us here
so
have children. If you had the opportunity to put your child through college, whether they were fit or not, you wouldn't do it?
that was going to be my next question. That was going to be my next question. And should that be a thing? Should that be like a common practice, like in everyday life, and not just of the rich and famous? Like, should I be able to say at my workplace, you know what? Hire my child. My child can do this job.
Yes.
yeah.
Most of the jobs any of us have ever had was from the hookup, whether it was direct family or not.
Yes, but I'm saying most of us don't have, well, Most of us don't have a family member that says, hire my child. Or, I mean, I do
I
know some
mean,
people who have had that, but they're generally like a manufacturing job or, something to that.
Yeah, I done heard some put my child ons from friends.
whether
Yes,
the
but I
hookup
mean,
comes through, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. I was going to say at their own job, like at their own workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it matters whether the hookup comes through, somebody that, your blood or you're related to, or rather it comes from your neighbor. The hookup is the hookup. And I mean, at the end of the day, the hookup is probably going to cause somebody who may have been better qualified to not get that position because you knew somebody. But I mean, that's pretty much how
It's
that's the way
life.
the world works. And that's the way it's been working in a
But
lot of
should it
different
work?
things.
But should it work that way?
I mean, it would be nice if people would get things on based on merit and, whatever, whatever. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who, let's just say, who went on to do great things that wouldn't have had the opportunity to do so otherwise. So, I mean, it's a catch-22.
No, I
Um,
agree with you, but I'm just saying, like not everybody has the hookup. And I wouldn't even care about the hookup in and of itself if we didn't have a culture in this country and probably beyond, I don't know, that equates success with some sort of intelligence. You know what I mean? Like, like,
Yeah, the
you know what I mean?
presidential debates just happened. That's been proved wrong.
Well, but yeah, but you have people who think that if you're successful or if you're rich, you're only that way because you're smart, which I dispute. There's a lot of luck that goes into a lot of that, and also a lot of hookup that goes into a lot of that. So, but the assumption is there are a lot of assumptions that get made on that. I'll,
Listen, at the end of it, people don't understand. Like, I was just talking about a perfect example of this. I was just talking about this the other day. So, before I moved out of my apartment, there was a young lady that had moved in, I'll say the year before, who, let's just say, my apartment wasn't like the gutter. It wasn't like a hole in the wall, but it definitely was not the Taj Mahal. I mean, it wasn't the nicest thing, right? And so this young lady, let's just say clearly she didn't belong there, but she was very nice, very, very poised, very, you could tell she just came from a different background. She was different pedigree, right? So my thought at the time was she moved there to piss mama and daddy off. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't do something for her, and she decided that she would scare them. You know what I mean? Because to them, after seeing the mother, show up in her, Diane Carroll hookups, and I was like, yeah, they come from some money, right? So anyway, long story short, I've been gone from there now for about 9 years. And she moved out, I want to say maybe several months after me. So she goes from living there, riding a bike. She used to ride a bike. She didn't have a car at the time, right? To working for the city. And we're not talking about, give me the account number on your water bill working for the city. Okay. Went from the city to the county, from the county to the state. And then from the state to owning like 4 pieces of property. I don't know what's going on with them. She owns 8 special needs daycares. She got married to somebody. We never see her husband, but whatever. And she's driving like a Bentley truck and a Maserati. Okay, all in 8 years. And a lot of that came through, or the start of it, let's just say, came through nepotism.
Good for her
Okay.
parents.
In 8 years, I'm like, okay, I done come up a little bit, but my shit ain't as impressive as her. Like, whew.
Well, and listen, if it's like that argument recently about oh, what's her name? The Kardashian Jenner girl. What's her name? Kylie. Where
Okay.
where she got on somebody's list for being a self-made billionaire. Okay, and people lost their shit, and rightfully so, because is she self-made was the question, and I would say no, because she came into the world rich, right? Oprah, for example, self-made. She
Yeah.
dropped onto this earth dirt fucking poor and became a billionaire. Jay
Yeah.
Z, self-made, right? But when we talk about Kylie Jenner, she came into this bitch rich. So I wouldn't call her self-made. Now, did she take what she had and amplify it
And
and
work the
become
hell out of
successful
it.
with it? Yes, she did. And I don't take that away from her. And I think, people who down her for that, they're crazy, because isn't that what you want your kids to do? You know what I mean? It's to take the baton from where you handed it to them, and, and advance it. So,
And that's the whole point. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people bitch about nepotism. You know what I mean? But I would like to think that the same people who bitch about nepotism, if they were in the same position to be able to help out their kids, or someone in their family or whatever, they would put them on too. You know what I mean? Because why not? People been doing it for years. I mean, like for millennia, like since the beginning. Like, cut it out. If you have the opportunity to reach back and pull somebody else you care about up, and put them on, why the hell not? Especially if you figure they're going to take good advantage of the opportunity and soar. Why not? I wish I had some kind of nepotism. I'd be like,
right.
So the goal here is to put yourself into a position where you can do that for your children and hope they don't
and that's
fumble
what
the
I'm working
bag,
on.
because I've seen it with rich and poor people alike.
Yes,
Some
I have
of
Yeah.
seen
these
that
youngsters
too.
just ain't built for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
I'm
gonna
working
say,
on it.
if you're going to, if you're going to practice nepotism, make sure you practice it strategically, because
Yep.
you
And
can
you
ruin
can't
your
bring
own
everybody.
shit. Yeah, you can
Yep.
ruin your own shit trying to pull somebody else up who don't want to be there. You know,
Kwame and his
like,
mama. I'm just saying,
yeah,
Kwame and his mama. She was doing
yeah,
fine until,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I'm just saying, be smart about it, because just because someone's your kid doesn't mean they're going to do well with what you give them.
Yep.
So, and I have seen that, at places that I've worked, where people either, own the company and hire their children, or they've worked there for 20, 30 years, and then they bring their children on, and then their children act a damn fool, and their children end up having to get fired, and then their parents end up having to get fired, because
Or
they're
demoted.
mad that the children got fired and they act an ass
Mhm.
about it. Your kid wasn't doing the right thing,
Mhm.
you know, and you probably shouldn't have brought them up thinking that they would do the right thing because it's attached to your job, right? No, that's
especially,
not how people think.
especially especially in any kind of major role. You know, like if you're working for a corporation and you want to bring your kid in on the mailroom, because listen, I mean, at the end of the day, we know our kids, right? So you want to bring them in
Right.
on the mailroom, you know, okay, see how they do. If they do a good job with that, and you know they showing up every day doing a good job, then you advance them. But you don't bring them into like a major position right away, and then yeah, put your shit at risk. Like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
But you know your
Yeah.
kids. More people
Well,
or you care.
some
Um,
people know their kids. Not everybody knows their kid.
there's a lot of people walking around
Honestly.
delusional.
Yes.
I
Junior ain't that
guess.
bright or a great athlete there.
Yeah.
Definitely that. I mean, because I have seen parents get upset about their kids not playing, all the way into the college level.
Your kid
and,
sucks,
and
Beulah.
right. And I'm like, your kid is just not that good. What are you talking about? But okay.
Like that was like when, cause I used to ball, and so I started out wanting the ball or
Who?
whatever, and so I mean, oh Lord,
Never mind. Keep going.
my daughter, my daughter wanted the ball, and it was kind of like, you know, she got to telling the coach and all that. I'm like, my mama used the ball or whatever, and so, you know, the coach was a little hesitant because, you know, he was like, basically, I guess that gift didn't like, you know, spread down to her. You understand what I'm saying?
Or
I
Demarcus
mean, and
Jordan.
her dad used to play basketball too, so, but she didn't get it, and you know what? And that's okay because she wanted to do something, and then she quit the ball, and then um she went to band, and she killed it. You understand what I'm saying? Which was something I'd have never did. That just wouldn't have been me. But she killed it, and you know, did a good job and everything. So, I mean, yeah, just because you know you do something or you're good at something doesn't necessarily mean your kid, and be okay with that. You know what I mean? Be okay with that.
Yeah.
Let them.
Well, and that's something that I had to grapple with early. My child does not like the things I like necessarily, right? My
Mhm,
child is, people have, and I think it's just human nature. You think you're going to have these children and they're going to be, little pieces of you. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And they are in some respects, but you have to remember that those children are not you. They
Yeah, they're
don't
their own individuals.
yeah, they're individuals. They experienced life in different ways than you experienced it. And they're going to have likes and dislikes that are different from yours.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like my child loves coffee. Ugh. Anyway, but even beyond that, we have a lot of differences and that's fine.
Yep.
But yeah, but I had to learn that early because I mean, I wanted my child in gymnastics at the age of 3. And my child was like, no, no, not doing it.
Yeah.
like I have no desire to do a flip. And I was incredulous. I tell
Aw.
I was like,
You were
what do
one of
you
those parents.
yeah, I was like, what do you mean you don't want to do gymnastics? But, I had to get over it because that's just not something my child was ever interested in. And, so I learned very early, my child is not me, you know. But some people never learn that. Some people are still trying to make their children into mini me's. And we'll see how
It's a,
that goes.
it's a
We'll see how
practice
that
in
goes for
hard.
Bronny. Yeah, we'll
It's a
see how that
practice
goes
in
for
hard.
Bronny. Um,
Good luck, young man.
yeah, good luck. One of the things that kind of sucks about having a prolific parent like LeBron James and following in their footsteps is that if
While
you're
only
not
being
as
6'3".
well, I'm saying if you're not as prolific, it almost feels like failure. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I mean, Bronny may be a very good a basketball player and never get to the level that his father was.
Right.
There's guys in the league right now. Um, who am I think? Tim Hardaway's son is in the league right now.
Yeah,
Um,
playing for
not
Dallas.
nearly, yeah, not nearly as nasty as Tim was, right? Um,
Nope.
uh, the glove. Help me out.
Gary Payton Jr.
Gary Payton Jr. is in the league. No, I'm sorry. Gary Payton the second is in. He is not a junior. Gary Payton the
Oh Lord.
second is in the league, and well, I'm just saying that he's very sensitive about. He is the second and not junior. So okay, fine. He's in the league, and I mean, he's never going to be. More than likely, he's never going to be the all star. His father was, So he has to
I
be
think
okay with
he's far
that.
enough into his career to definitely say, nah, he ain't it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But his dad prolific, and so yeah, it's just one of those things. If you're going to follow in the footsteps of someone who is prolific, and I say that about Diggy Simmons, you know.
Who could
I,
actually rap, but they just ain't get that boy a chance.
well, I'm not saying he can't, but what I'm saying is he's never going to be what his father was. And that's no knock on him. It's just that his father achieved a level that's going to be hard for anyone to achieve. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I almost feel bad for the kids of people who are just prolific like that when they decide that they want to follow in their parents' footsteps. But on the other hand, that's is that the easiest path? Is that the path of least resistance? Who knows?
Get the money.
That's
Where's that
generally the
man?
goal. Okay.
All right.
Timestamp are we at?
Good chat, peoples.
Yeah, I feel like we've done enough. Oh my goodness.
Well, thank y'all for sticking around and waiting for us to pop up with this one. We appreciate you. If you
We
like the
did.
show,
Indeed.
tell more friends, tell more foes, tell all the hoes. It is, listen to me, the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, go to the group, not the Threesome Podcast page. Ain't nobody there. The Threesome Pod on X. Fuck around and find out.
And trust me, it's better.
Say that again?
Sure.
Never mind.
All right.
We
All
back.
right, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm going to walk the dog.
Woof woof. Adios, amigos.
Did I ever tell the story of how I banged two sisters 30 years apart?
No.
Wow.
We gotta do that on one episode because I'm a schmuck.
Wow.
Okay. If you say so.
Look, I gotta give people something to look forward to.